about you go out for the first time in a long time against a good team in a big spot, and you play a complete game, and you look like a well-oiled machine, and you flex early, and you come out of halftime, and it doesn't look like you just took a 15-minute nap or took bong hits. How about you ready to play in the third quarter? How about in the fourth quarter when it's money time, you answer the bell? How about if the refs let you bang around all night again, you answer that physical challenge? How about if it's officiated differently from a finesse perspective, you flex on the Pistons? How about there's no Game 7? How about that? You know, I don't know what's going to happen tonight. I don't have a lot of faith in the Knicks tonight. I do think they probably find a way to win the series, I think, but even that belief has been compromised. Hey, how about this? Tom Thibodeau, right? How about you show everybody that you're not just a good coach, but you start showing everybody that you could be a great coach? Hey, Jalen Brunson, how about instead of flopping around and hitting the deck 5 times a night or more, how about you show everybody that you're not just a star, you're a superstar? Because that is widely debated, not so much by me, but by many, a cat. How about you show everybody, us, that you're not just good and intermittently engaged? Oh, is that too big of a word? Intermittently? But you are a killer. How about you show us that? Hey, Bridges, how about you show us that you were worth the 5 first-round picks? What I'm saying is this. Enough of the nonsense. Hey, come on, guys. We have done this Knicks dance all year. And I can't prove this, but my sports radio spidey sense tells me that those of you who have been projecting the confidence in this team that I don't believe that they've earned this year, this group, I believe that you've kind of fooled yourself to think that the Knicks are something that they're not. You just don't want to admit it. You don't want to call this up and say it, and that's fine. Because you expected so much this year. You expected to be on the first. If this is the NCAA tournament, bang, Knicks are a 1 seed, top shelf, right? Well, we've seen the season play out, and there's been more minuses than pluses. There's been more head scratchers than pound the chest moments. It's been that kind of season, and it's not the season anybody expected. So how about you do something else that I don't expect? Come out and mop the floor with these guys tonight. Can you do that once? I mean, I said this yesterday. Contrast this, guys. The Boston Celtics had a closeout game, and they won by 31 points, which tells you killer attitude. Let's put them in a box. Let's rest up for the next opponent, and let's handle business. Check. The Cavaliers. I mean, put them in a box. They put them in a body bag. They won by 55. And then think about what happened to the Knicks with their chance at home to close out from a talent perspective, a highly inferior team. Not only did they not wax them, they didn't even win. And then all the other stuff that we unpacked with the ridiculousness of Tom Thibodeau sitting on the timeout, everything we ran through yesterday. I mean, come on, man. I mean, at what point do you get on the train and start picking up some momentum and start getting in the direction that everybody in this city expected you to have? Certainly by now. I mean, guys, I understand. You brought in a bunch of new pieces. Basketball's not like baseball, where baseball's basically a series of individual, events that kind of blend in as a team. All right, the ball's hit to me. I got to throw to you. You got to catch it. I got to catch it. Here we go. 1 out, 2 out. Basketball is very much dependent upon me knowing where you like the ball and where you like the screens and when it's time to break off the screen. Am I going high? Am I going low? Who's in the corner? Like, you got to have a feel for each other. Passing the ball around, not having stagnation. Is that too big of a word, stagnation? Am I allowed to say that on the radio? I'm going to have fun with that all day. I'll get to that later. People taking list of the words that I use. It's insane. This has been a very, I was going to say very strange season. I got to be honest with you. To me, this has been, is confounding too big of a word? This has been really the most confounding season I've ever had as a sports fan. Because I know what, and it really hasn't been enjoyable, specific to one team. I know what to expect, or at least I thought I knew what to expect. They have not even come close for me delivering what I thought they would deliver, and I'm supposed to get on the air and tell you everything's fine? No, everything's not fine. What I said yesterday, I stand by with all due respect. Tom Thibodeau, you don't win the series, you got to go. You got to find a new coach. And if they don't win this series, or even if they do win the series and they get absolutely railroaded, which they probably will, in the next series, then I would still say you need a new coach, and I would still say that you need to blow up some of the main components on this team, whether it's trading OG, which I wouldn't, whether it's trading Bridges, which I would, but I don't think that they will because they gave up 5 first-round picks to get him. I mean, think about all the other seasons, like all the other discussions, guys, like these empty Jets and Giants seasons. Yeah, you know, early on, you conjure up a little hope, a little energy, unkillable, yeah, here we go. But like deep down, we don't really expect much out of them. You know, every year, I believe the Yankees will be in a position to get to the World Series, but there's varying degrees of belief in whether or not they can win it. I don't think they're a World Series team this year, but I'm still enjoying the season. They're still going to be a playoff team. Mets are going to be really good. You can enjoy that. It's tougher. It's tougher when you expect something, they achieve something, and you know they're good, but they're not where they should be. You know it. Unless you're lying to yourself. I'm not lying to myself. I haven't all year. I have not liked the look of this team. I have not liked the feel of this team. I have not liked the aura or the energy of this team. So shut me up tonight. Shut me up. I mean, me and Sal both, we are loud. That is true. I mean, we project loudly. When we get excited or mad, we yell. We get after it. We're loud. We're not taking a side door. We're going through the front. So kick down the front door, shove it down my throat, win by 15 points, and just relax before the Celtics. But do I expect it? No, I don't expect them to do that. I don't. And that's part of the problem. And I don't know how you can. 888-808-1019, BT and Sound on the Fan, inside of our Town Fair Tire studio. Friends at Town Fair remind you that you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. New buddy. All right, let's go. We'll do some baseball later, obviously. Brad Mineola, BT and Sal. What's going on, Brad? How are you?
First off, BT, prayers out to Sal's family. I'm sure things are going on the next couple of days, so prayers out. And really, this is the thing. If you look at both teams and what Wally Serbiak said yesterday, I was listening to you guys yesterday, it's all about toughness and heart. And I feel like Detroit has that.
Yep.
And we don't. If it was about talent, we swept them.
Well,
if
Brad,
you look at both rosters,
Brad, hold on. I got to be honest. I think that's a little too easy to say. Not that you're entirely wrong. I don't think you're entirely wrong. Yeah, from an effort perspective, from a motor perspective, from a tenacity perspective, from an engagement perspective, it's been advantage Pistons most of the series. But I got to be honest. I think the Knicks' offense is gross. I don't mean in terms of the players. I mean how they deploy their offensive sets. It's just pretty much ISO, dribble. I don't think it's very impressive.
Yeah, the thing about it is, yes, I 1,000% agree with you. And at the end of the day, we can't live off of Brunson scoring 12 to 15 points in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
Exactly what happened in Game 5, where we did not have the ability to see that. Obviously, he got injured, which I don't even know if it was an injury, but whatever. We could talk about that another day. But my last point, you are right. I think we are at the point where Malone's out there.
Yep.
And I hate to say this because I really do like Tibbs.
Me too.
And I always like Tibbs.
Yep.
But even if we win this series, which I still have hope that we are going to win this series, I believe we have to go a different way because the Celtics are going to mop the floor.
Well, and Brett, think about this too, buddy, and thanks for the call. Now, again, I've said it. I stand by it. You know what I believe, what I feel. And I hate to say it, but it's my job to say it, to be honest with you. I would move on. There's nothing unclear about that. But I think that's a deeper discussion. Let's get through the next one. Hopefully not couple of games, next game, and let's just kind of see how this transpires, okay? But guys, understand this. I mean, Basically, the Knicks are up in this series because Karl Anthony Towns has miraculously thrown in 2 30-foot bombs, basically. And, and the Knicks had one amazing fourth quarter where the Pistons were overwhelmed by the magnitude of the stage, having had 9 players going into the series with no playoff experience. And organizationally, having 0 wins before they got one early in the series since 2008. And by the way, let me say something before I get even deeper in the show. So I was talking to Sal off the air about this yesterday. I was obviously going to say something about Sal and what he's going through, but the way we start our show, we jump right into it. We made the decision. I made it. He agreed. Listen, let's start the show. And then, of course, I was going to say what I'm going to say now because the caller brought up Sal and his family. I know it's killing him not to be here. I know it. And I know he wrestled big time with missing shows the day after the draft, but he's been open about this, so I'm not talking out of school. I mean, he lost his brother-in-law. He lost his brother-in-law to a brain tumor, and there's nothing else that needs to be said. You are home, and you do what you got to do. I mean, that guy's a grinder. He's a maniac, but he is a grinder, and he hates not working. But he's obviously doing the right thing, the only thing. And, listen, I got you, bro. I got it. Next couple of days, I got you. You come back, head straight. You'll be ready to go. I know you will be. But for all those who listen, and, we get after it, man, we definitely generate some reactions, and they're not all positive. So we know that not all of you love us, but you all react to us. But I would hope at the end of the day that we get separation between, either some stupid take by me or some erroneous take. Oh, is that a big word, erroneous, by him about Pete or the Knicks or whatever it might be. And we realize that this is a lot bigger than sports radio. So he's got to be away for a couple days. Do you think, buddy? I got it. All right, 888-808-1019. Let's get back to you. Lawrence in Oklahoma City. Lawrence, what's going on, man? How are you?
Hey, how are you? I've been listening to you talk about the Knicks all year, and I'm out here in Oklahoma. I get to watch the Thunder play. And the thing I notice most is just the Knicks bench is non-contributing.
Stinks.
And how are you really going to make? How are you going to make a real run when you got Landry, Shamet, and Precious as your best bench players?
Well, okay, Lawrence, you're right. You're right. But I don't think the starters have really distinguished themselves very well. The other night, it was a tie game after the first quarter at home.
Man, I think that you guys overplayed your starters all year too. So you're not going into the playoffs fresh. I don't know what was expected. I didn't think that this was going to be an easy series for y'all, and it's kind of played out the way I've expected it to. Yeah, but
me too.
Tonight's the night, like you said. So show up.
Yeah, you got it, man. I said Knicks in 6, and I'll be honest. At this point, if I had a chance to revise it, I don't know. I might go Knicks in 7. I don't really feel that they could come out and play great. Why would I against this particular team? Why would I? And there's a lot of ways to, I don't want to say dole out criticism, but to focus a lot of different aspects of this team that require detailed analysis, like what's going on. And obviously, yes, it was Tom Thibodeau's turn. We know that. Obviously, Jalen Brunson's been under the microscope a little bit. Hey, Karl Anthony Towns. Now, I thought he played awful the other night. He was 5 for 14. You missed one more shot. You shot 33% on the game. It's atrocious. All right. And I'm sorry. Me and Sal went back and forth on this. I disagree. Wow. He's getting on Tobias. He's abusing Tobias. He's not even abusing him, but Tobias Harris in the post. Big damn deal. That's like Andre the Giant squashing a jobber. Tobias Harris is 6'7". Karl Anthony Towns is 7'1", 280, whatever. You're supposed to bury him in the post and abuse him. So you're supposed to do. I'm not going to sit here and hand out platitudes. Oh, he used the word platitudes again. I'm not going to sit here and do that and just dole out massive praise. That's your job. Matter of fact, that's easy. Hey, listen, Karl, you could very easily be Patrick Ewing going against Hakeem Olajuwon in the NBA Finals, who, just for my money, might be the most underrated great superstar in the history of the NBA. Or you could go against a young Shaq like Patrick had to, or 7'4" Rick Smits. Yeah, I think you got it pretty good. Tobias Harris. The hell out of here. Would you smoke him tonight? It's going to be a long day, guys. I'm just telling you. It's 10:17. It's going to be a long day before this ball tips up in the air. How about Corey in Edison, New Jersey, BT and Sal? Corey, what's cooking, man?
Hey, BT. So you're 100% right. A lot of these fans have, had the blinders on all year, and I appreciate you for keeping it real. And I have to address this narrative. I love Sal, but I got to address this narrative that I keep hearing him say.
Who's saying it? I didn't hear. Who?
Sal.
Okay, go ahead.
He kept saying it. I heard it yesterday. He says, "Oh, the Knicks are, they have the 5th best record in the league."
Mm-hmm.
Right? That is a direct correlation to being in the Eastern Conference. Right? Does anyone in their right mind think that the Knicks could beat the Timberwolves in a 7-game series or the Lakers in a 7-game series? Right? So just the fact that they're in the East and they have the
they did beat Denver twice. They did beat Denver twice this year. But keep going. Just to be fair, just a couple of facts. They did beat Denver twice, 2-0. Keep going.
Yeah, they beat Denver, but I think it's different in a 7-game series. I think the way that they play, they've showed in this series that they can't hang with those teams in the Western Conference the way that they play. Right? When I'm watching the Timberwolves and Lakers series, it's a different brand of basketball than the Pistons and the Knicks.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So you're basically saying that, they're, having the, is it 4th or 5th, whatever it is, the top 5 record in the NBA, it's been a little overstated because the East is far weaker than the West, which, by the way, is true. Hey, here's one thing I know. I always, always go back to the past here, but I know for a fact that if I'm on the air and it's 1992 or 3 or 4 or whatever, and Pat Riley's coaching, I know my team's ready to go tonight. If it's a little bit past that and Jeff Van Gundy's coaching my team, I know my Knicks are ready to go tonight. I don't know what we get. I don't know what we get tonight. And by the way, that's a combination of factors. That's not all Tibbs. I'm not saying that. But he is the coach. When people say, wow, what did the Knicks do during halftime? Well, I don't know. But it's kind of the responsibility of the coach to figure out what's not working and change it. This damn thing. I always forget to shut this off, this stupid ring. People in my yard every day. How are they doing? I'll tell you what they're not doing. They're not doing anything for free. I know that. Let's get out of the yard already. Oh, they're cutting the grass today. No, you guys can stay. Oh, I love when they cut that grass, Tovey. The arborvitae's looking nice and fresh. Yeah. All right, we'll get back to the Knick calls here. Hey, it's been a weird season. And for me, I've always framed it as a disappointing less than season. Shove it down my throat. Show us who we think you were supposed to be. Come out, handle it tonight, rest, and then we'll worry about the Celtics when we get there. Can you do that? How about that? That's the stated objective. That play's going to be bonkers tonight. Overcome it.